Hello, Mr. Wendell here. Today we're going to take a look at Lab 3A and measure time. We're going to do this using our data collector. Our data collector has a few fields. There is the data collection mode, the meter mode, stopwatch mode, and the CPO timer mode. We are going to use the CPO timer mode in the second part of the lab. For the first part, we're going to take a look at the stopwatch mode. So at first we're going to play a little game. We're going to click on stopwatch, and each of your partners will do the same task. What you'll do is try to start and stop the timer by hitting the start-stop button and see the shortest time you can get. Hit reset. Keep doing it until you get the lowest time you can get. Once all three people in your group have tried this, we're going to move on to the next section of the lab. All right, the second part of the lab will be taking a look at observing your reaction time. For this experiment, it takes two people. One person is going to be the watcher, and the other is going to watch the stopwatch, and they are the operator. The operator pushes the buttons without looking at the display. So what this means is you're going to give someone else your lab. They are going to write down some times right here in the secret times. For example, if I was working with my partner Joe, the first secret time I would choose might be 5 seconds. The second secret time I might choose would be 6.2 seconds, and so forth all the way down. You're going to have the person you're working with close their eyes and hold the stylus above the start-stop button of the data collector. Let's say that our first secret time is going to be 5.2 seconds. Now, I would not tell the person who is operating the data collector what the secret time was, but I would be watching to see 5.2 seconds roll around on the timer. So I would have that person hit the start button and close their eyes. Stop. I would tell the person to stop at 5.2 seconds, and then I'd take a look at the lag time from what I gave them to what they got on the CPO data collector. In this case, they got 5.67 seconds. Once you have the measured time, in this case it was 5.67 seconds, we'll take a look at the difference between the secret time and the measured time. The difference here is 0.47 seconds. You and your partner will continue on doing 5 trials. Once you're finished that, you'll find your average difference reaction time. This can be found by taking your differences, adding them up, and then dividing the total by 5 to get your average difference reaction time. Once you have completed section 2, please move on to taking a look at mixed units for time, which is section 3. In section 3, you will need to show your work, which means you'll write the numbers in the equation. Then you can use a calculator to calculate the answer. In section 4, we're going to be using one photogate and then both photogates, and you're going to be answering some questions as you do the activity. So at first, you're going to connect a single photogate. You're going to connect that on the back of our CPO timer where it says photogate A. You will take one photogate. Photogates have a similar connection point, and click that photogate in. When you click the photogate in, the light will light up and you know that there's power to it. The second thing you'll do is select the interval mode on the timer function of the data collector. Interval mode will light up. After you've connected the data collector, try blocking the infrared beam. When you block the infrared beam, something will happen on the display. After you do that several times, you're going to answer the questions on page 7 and take a look at how you can start and stop the clock. The last part of Lab 3A uses 2 photogates. So now you'll connect a second photogate to your data collector. Second photogate also will show a green light when it is connected to show it has power. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to see how to start and stop the timer. You'll notice now that there's TA, time at A, TB, time at B, and time from A to B. You can take your hand or a pencil and you can go through the photo gates, blocking the beams, and seeing what happens. Notice that you can go through the second photo gate several times, and something else will happen to your timer. Please make sure you answer the questions on page 8 that deal with your photo gates and your data collector. We'll be using these photo gates often, and you'll be very familiar with the data collector by the second or third lab.